Kakadosh Bokero, we're continuing with the halachot of Hanuka, Siman Tafresh Pei Daled. We're talking about Keriat Hatorah on Hanuka. We do have to know that, first of all, the Hanuka has not really anything to do with the Parashat HaNesi'im. Since it does not have anything to do with Parashat HaNesi'im, so therefore, even if they read the regular parasha of the weekday parasha on Hanuka, so for example, let's say it's Hanuka is going to come out, right? We're going to start on a Thursday, Friday. Let's say on that Thursday I come and I'm going to read the regular Parashat HaShavua. So therefore I'm Yotzei Chovah. Why? Because Em Mashkichim BeChanuka. And the same halacha would apply that even if I made a mistake, and for example, let's say on one parasha of Hanukkah, remember that every single day of Hanukkah, I read a separate day. So on Rishon is a very, very long one, right? Which we'll explain in a minute. But Yom HaSheni is a very, very short. So you have to repeat, because by Yom HaSheni, you need three psukim, and then you do a repeat. It's a chazara. Because it's such a short, it's going to be 6 different psukim. So therefore, it's very, very short. But what happens if I made a mistake, and for the Kohen, I read properly, the first three psukim. The next one, which is Parechad, I come and I read another aliyah, meaning another, let's say I read the Yom HaShlishi, and I made a mistake. So now, even though technically speaking, it's another day, but since again the concept of En Mashkichim BeChanuka means that at the end of the connection is very, very subtle. You're right, the Chanukat HaMizbeach, so we're going to write Chanukat HaNesi'im. Remember that, but it's not the real, we're not really reading about Chanukah. There's no Chanukah here. It's not reading about the entire miracle of Chanukah, because obviously Chanukah came much later on, right? And it's only rabbinical. However, though, the concept is that since in Mashkichim Chanukah, even if I made a mistake, I don't have to go back, especially that the third aliyah anyway is going to correct it. Because the third aliyah, you're reading the entire thing. So even if for the second aliyah I made a mistake, and let's say on the second day I read the parechad of the third day, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the third aliyah, he's going to correct it, and he's going to read the entire, let's say for example by Yom HaSheni, the entire second day. So therefore there's not going to be a problem. To explain what we mentioned yesterday again one more time, right? We do mention Birkat Kohanim. That is minhag of Sfaradim, Ashkenazim do not. Why do you start from Birkat Kohanim? Since the Kohanim, the main miracle happened through the Kohanim, the Chashmonaim, so therefore we come and we start with the Birkat Kohanim. Now the first day is very, very simple. It's very, very long aliyah. It's a very long parasha. Why? Because the first day you start with Birkat Kohanim, and then you have all the different korbanot that they do together, until finally you come to Bayom HaRishon, Bayom HaSheni, Bayom HaShlishi, which that is very, very short. So on the first day, to split it up into 3, there's no problem, because you have a lot of pesukim, and remember that every single aliyah should minimum have 3 pesukim, so therefore when you're breaking it up, it's very simple. The problem is going to start on the second day and onwards, because the second day that you're only doing Bayom HaSheni, there's only 6 pesukim, so now how do you do it now? If you're only going to split it up, so you do 3 and 3, but that's only 2 aliyot, you have 3 aliyot in Hanukkah. Remember, you don't have 4 aliyot because there's no musaf. Whenever there's musaf, then you're going to have 4 aliyot. Whenever it's going to be also a surah melacha, then you're going to have 5 aliyot. And that's going to be the Yom Tov, and that's why Yom Tov has 5 and Chol HaMoed has only 4. Chol HaMoed you're allowed to do melacha, so it's only 4 aliyot, but you have musaf. So anytime that you do not have musaf, you only have 3 aliyot. So whether it's going to be on Tisha B'Av, whether it's going to be on Purim, whether it's going to be on Chanukah, there's only 3 aliyot. The exception to this rule is going to be on Chanukah and Rosh Chodesh, or Chanukah and Shabbat that we'll speak about, that obviously Chanukah and Rosh Chodesh, you have 4 aliyot, but that's already because of the Rosh Chodesh. Even without the Chanukah, you would have 4 aliyot. Obviously, we're going to speak about how do you split up the aliyot in such a case, but that's what we're going to talk about. So therefore, again, halakha number 1, we mentioned, if a person made any type of mistakes in the reading of Hanukkah, it's going to be okay. And number 2, when we're talking about the reading of the parasha, Sfaradim start from the beginning. They start from Birkat Kohanim. Ashkenazim will start from Vayhi without the Birkat Kohanim. We split it up on the first day. We said it's very easy to split it up. But on the second day, the first aliyah, Kohen, is going to read the first 3 psukim. The second aliyah, Levi, will come and he'll read the next 3 psukim. And then the Yisrael will come and do a chazara. He'll do a revision on everything from the beginning until the end of that same day of Hanukkah. And that's the way that we're going to do it throughout the entire 8 days of Hanukkah.